What are you studying?
Currently zoology.
Zoology?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of gecko am I? It's a test.
Green lizard gecko.
You passed. Hello, I am here in Perth, Australia. It is known as one of the most isolated cities in the world, and yet, despite all that, they have overcome their isolation and managed to have people walking around, food, water. What a place Perth, Australia it is. And I am here to figure out more about this place. But they have cars here. They have a McDonald's here. That was one of the first places I came when I landed. Let's talk to the people of Perth, Australia. And
I was just kind of sitting there because, like, I thought I wouldn't go straight off to work because it feels nice to have someone that's really excited to talk to you.
yeah,
Like you lit up when I'm just somebody coming through and you lit up like, oh my God, it's Rowan.
yes,
Yeah.
No, you were walking by while I was setting up, and you came over to me.
Yeah.
and I did light up. I was like, oh shit, somebody's willing to talk. Because a lot of the times I'll sit down and nobody will want to talk to me, and you seem like a friendly guy.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, on the scale of things, I kind of even out in some places, you know? Like, I don't earn that much money, but, you know, I read. So, like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of thinking of, like, a dating sphere of, like, I have hobbies.
Oh, sure.
But
your sexual marketplace value.
yeah.
Do you where do you think you land on that?
Like a solid, like, around about 7, like, a bit above average, you
That's
know?
pretty good.
Mm.
Are you on any of the dating apps?
Yeah. It's funny though, Perth is a bit of a puddle, so I've run into the issue with Tinder where I'm starting to circle back on people I knew in high school, and so I've stopped looking
Okay.
because I don't think I forget how close you have to be to a sure microphone.
No, you good. This is
Oh,
perfect.
this is all good?
Yeah, I think so. Testing. 1, 2. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've kind of circled back on like people I knew from high school, and I'm just not going down that route because like I used to live way further south of here, and so I've moved up here so I don't have to run into those people anymore, and this probably isn't helping, but I've just like kind of escaped that area now, so I don't need to go back, you know.
What kind of person were you like in high school?
Just a bit of a nerd.
Yeah.
Just like a bit of an attention seeker. Yeah.
Interesting. Nerd and attention seeker don't typically go together. Typically, when you think of a nerd, you think of somebody that's a little bit more reserved and introverted. But yet, you were a nerd attention seeker. How did that work?
Well, kind of like you spend your first part of high school kind of being a bit introverted, you know, like I don't want to talk to anybody. But then you get to the end of high school, like year 11, that kind of thing, you realize I don't have that many friends. Or the friends that I do have are a bit like people that don't shower enough. So you kind of like try and step out of yourself, but you're not practiced it. So by the end of high school, you're kind of like, you're trying to step out of yourself, but you're not really used to it. Like right now, I'm a bit nervous, and this is just like being on camera. Like I'm still a fairly introverted person. Like having to step out of yourself and forcing yourself, you become a bit of an attention seeker, and you start like quoting comedic bits at people. Like a bit like, almost like people who are really edgy teenagers.
Yeah.
Kind of like a lashing out thing, but not in the same way where I didn't like scream racial slurs.
Okay, so you were a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
And so it caused you to desire to seek attention. in
Yeah,
some way, shape, or form.
It was like I didn't know what to do, so I just became center of attention kind of person.
That's how I think a lot of like traditional cringiness maybe is born. Is like people who are nervous or a little bit awkward, like trying to figure out how to validate their own existence.
Yeah.
So they'll like make noises and howl like wolves and stuff. And I get it. I don't fault those people.
Well, I think cringe is more of a thing of, I don't necessarily think I was being cringy. I think it's more of a thing of self-awareness.
Yeah.
Like I think when you say like someone howling like a wolf, it's because they've like spent a lot of time on the internet, and like that's a niche that they've found themselves in. That's a community that they've like delved into, and they don't necessarily have the self-awareness of seeing themselves through other people's eyes, and that's where the cringe comes from, you know?
Are you dating anyone now?
No. No.
You hesitated for a second.
Yeah, no, I like...
You're like you're talking to someone. You're talking to someone.
It goes in and out. Like, I feel like I'm a bit of a quitter. So like, if there's not the right amount of energy, I'm pretty quick to quit.
You know, I don't know. I so like when it comes to that energy, being a quitter, when it comes to relationships or to jobs or to things like that, I'm wondering that you could make arguments for and against that, and you could be right for both of them, because if a relationship is not working and making you happy off the bat, or a job is not working for you off the bat, then, you know, why stay?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, my resume looks like shit because I've had a bunch of different jobs.
Just a month at each place?
Oh, yeah. I used to be, like, a trade assistant, so, like, I was just bouncing around different places in Rockingham and Kwinana, you know? So, yeah, my resume looks like shit, but I think when it comes to dating, it's, like, just... It is a bit of a throwing darts at a dartboard, and, like, the minute I start, like, feeling like the energy is not there, which I suppose you're meant to, like, give it a second...
You could really argue either way on that, because like I don't know, some people maybe they'll stay in a relationship for a little bit too long just trying to make it work, but you I don't know, it's a really complicated thing, because some people could argue that you need to put in work to make things work, and other people would argue that if it's right, it's right.
Maybe it's also I just hate gambling. I'm not a big sunk cost fallacy person. It's just the minute this is not it, I'm like, scratchies never been my thing, or like the poker slots. I've never liked gambling, so maybe I just kind of trail that along everything, you know.
What is your thing? What do you do? What makes you tick?
Ooh, at the moment it's Warhammer, like 40k.
Is that a board game?
Yeah. Oh, it's almost like do you know the old like World War II simulation games where people would have a bunch of like green men and they'd like roll dice and...
I know Call of Duty.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like an RTS that you play like turn-based kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like real nerd shit. It's like
do you on your Tinder profile?
No.
You don't mention that?
No, that's like a deep stave.
Yeah.
I'm only saying it now because you seem like a nice person.
See, I try not to give unsolicited advice too often.
Yeah.
Can I give you unsolicited advice?
Absolutely.
I think you should I think the thing that you think is the deep thing, you open with it, actually. I think it would save you a lot more time. Because if you're waiting until, like, the third date to show her your closet full of Warhammer figures... That's a waste of time. You should open with the don't have just your first picture on Tinder, not even you in it. Just just the closet of the Warhammer figures.
Just Space Marines.
Yeah. Because then, look, here's the thing: you're gonna get a lot of swipe lefts, right? But you're gonna get the right kind of swipe rights.
Quality swipe rights.
And that's the thing with relationships. I mean, you only need one person for it to work. You could have literally every single woman in the world despise you except for one, and you're good.
Yeah, and then you build a little fort, and you set up on a hill, well-defended position. Then everyone else that despises you can't get close anymore because you've got a well-defended position. A bit of a Mott and Bailey situation, you know.
Yeah, and then you're playing Warhammer in real life.
Exactly.
You're like defending your tower.
Except then you're just committing a bit of a slaughter.
What's life in Perth like?
It's a bit boring.
Yeah, why?
It's on a weekday, there's not really much you can do. But that being said, if you've got a car, plenty of things you can do. You go on a hike. But like, it's not exactly like Sydney or Melbourne where you just go into the city, go to a bunch of bookshops and that kind of thing. Because like everything in Perth is kind of a chain. Perth isn't super independent, whereas Freo is a bit wanky.
Now, Perth it's the most isolated city in the world, right? Is that true?
Yeah.
Does it feel isolated?
Yes. Recently, the band Otoboke Beaver, a Japanese punk band, has come to Australia, but they're only doing East Coast shows, and that's very common. Like, it's super
Not
common.
for your boy, it's not.
Exactly.
Doing a show, I came all the way here to do... dude, I fucking... I think there's like... I think I sold like 200-something tickets in Perth.
Damn.
Right? I'm like, who the fuck in Perth. Who the fuck in this random city on the coast of Australia is coming to see me do this?
Well, to be fair, because there's not much going on.
Yeah.
There is like a decent amount of people that just spend a lot of time online.
Yeah.
So like, I do go to concerts. Like when I was 18, I went to Ninja Sex Party.
Yeah, I kind of know who that
They
is.
came to Perth, and like that was like a fully packed thing, and I wouldn't have expected that. But it's just kind of like there's not much to do in Perth aside from being an alcoholic sometimes, which is so like the entirety of Western Australia spans like the biggest state in the entire country, so people will come from all around. But the further you go out, the more likely it is like your hobbies revolve around the internet or like killing cows.
Killing cows.
Yeah.
Like recreationally, or
Oh
to
no, I'm
create
just thinking
meat?
like farming, like
is farming a hobby, or is it like a? I mean, they do that everywhere.
I mean, well, my friend's mother owns a what do you call it, a rescue, and recently they had to put down a cow because it had like cow cancer, because it was that old that it had cow cancer, and like it was this thing that weighed like 2 tons, 2 metric, and a dairy farmer had to come through from the local and bring a rifle and gun it down.
All right, so you should both. Here's what I think. You open on the Tinder profile. You open with the closet of Warhammer figures, and then first date, you open with the story about your friend's mom killing the cow with cancer. And that way, and if she's still there, she's the one.
But I think at the same time, coming off a bit too strong immediately, and someone staying around with that, is, I don't know if I agree with that.
Could say something about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
like if I'm immediately like I love you, my friend's dead cow, and you're like, that's a really cool thing to bring up on the first date. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know that I want to stay with that person, so I think like necessarily you still need to be a little timid.
But look, you and I both know.
Yeah.
In the most isolated city in the world, can you be that picky?
No, it's a puddle. Yeah, it's a puddle.
Where you said? So when I first talked to you, you were on your way to work.
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Down in Coburn, a warehousing place.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you house?
All the fresh produce for Coles around the state.
Okay. I was wondering how you guys like get food here and shit. I'm so dumb, dude.
Oh,
do you want to hear how dumb I am? I saw, like, all right. So I literally just got here. I got here less than 24 hours ago.
Oh shit.
And when I go to a new place, I'm so dumb that everything I see, no matter what it is, I'm like, oh, that they do that here. So I saw this girl at the park take a can of Red Bull and pour it into a bottle of chocolate milk, and I was like, oh, cool, they do that here. That's an Australian thing. Chocolate milk and Red Bull. Yeah.
I mean, no respect, but I think that might be an American thing. I think I'm
definitely like sounds more like an American.
I talk to Americans online, and that definitely seems like an American thing.
What do you guys think of America here? What's the American image?
A bit shit.
Yeah.
A bit shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, like, it's not as bad as like Americans in Europe. Europeans hate Americans.
They do. I did this all over Europe, and they hate America. Yeah, they don't think highly.
But it's like a light British seasoning of kind of like not hatred for America, but like those dumb Yanks and their stupid imperial system.
You guys got it cool down here because you're just all the way over there, so you get to just observe the rest of the world as it does its thing, and you're like the fly on the wall of the world.
Yeah, no. The only thing is, like, because the internet's so strong nowadays, culture is like a bit different here. Like,
of course. I
used to think like Australia was about 10 years behind the curve on everything, till about the Y2K era and onwards, where like as smartphones came out, like culture is just kept eye to eye with America and Australia kind of thing.
Right.
Where like you see people around here dressed kind of the same way they would in America, of like, you know, the baggy jeans and like the shirt and like the Carhartt jackets. I've seen Carhartt way more in the last 2 years than I ever have in my entire life. I didn't even know it was a brand till 2 years ago.
What is it?
Carhartt.
I've never heard of that in my
Never
life.
heard of
Carhartt?
Yeah, Carhartt.
Kaha?
It might be the way I'm saying it.
I've never heard it. I'm not even. There's not even anything that you're saying that sounds like it's close to that.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
What makes you happy?
Ooh, a good book.
A good book?
A good book. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the last good book you've read? Are you going to pull out a book? This man, by the way, has a green backpack. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. But, let me see. Let me see this book. What we got here?
The Root of Wild Matter.
The Root of Wild Matter.
It's
Chasing the history, mystery, and lore of the Persian carpet. You're...
I think someone just farted on you.
Someone just farted
I
on
think
me?
someone just lifted a leg and tooted on you. They went that way, but they're gone now.
Oh, well... Good. They do that here. That's a blessing.
It's a good prank. Yeah.
See, I don't know anything about Australia. So in that moment, you could have told me like, "Oh, that is good. That's a blessing. That means that they like you, or that you're gonna. It's good luck." You could have told me it's good luck when somebody in Australia farts on you, and I would have been like, "Oh shit, hell yeah!"
I think
fart on my face right now.
I think if I wasn't to lie to you, the one thing you should probably know is when people say, "How you going?" That just means hi.
How you going?
Yeah, when people just say, "How you going?" they don't actually want you to answer. Like, you have to extend the conversation to tell them how you're going.
That's everywhere.
That's everywhere?
That's everywhere.
That's everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just like
But how you going? That sounds like a nervous person combining the phrase "How are you doing?"
Oh, yeah, no.
And "How is it going?"
I mean, half the dialectics of Australian English.
Okay, you're reading an entire book about
yeah.
Persian carpet?
Yeah,
what the
no.
fuck?
Sorry, I got really into like Afghan war rugs about like 3 months ago, and I ordered this book immediately after that because I read through the Wikipedia page for Afghan carpets, and then I went down a bit of a rabbit hole about them. And so this is just a book about like exploring Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, and that kind of places, about like the carpet trade there.
This should be the second
This should be the second
page.
thing.
Yeah, this should be the second thing.
I mean, it
I'm
usually
currently
is.
reading a 200 plus page book about carpets.
It's a very good book.
I was reading. No, actually, I'm looking into it, and it looks like it's like a travel log. Like it's not just.
Yeah,
about,
no.
It's not just 200 pages of carpet facts.
It's got chapters that are like purely factual, and then other chapters where like he talks about going into, I think, like an Iranian hotel or something, and in the lobby the guy turns on the TV, and he was watching like porn previously, and it comes up like a bunch of German women playing basketball naked, and it's like a little gag in there, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's those Pakistani workers."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
There's a lot to learn in this. There's a little excerpts about the poet Hafez.
Who?
Hafez. He's a poet from, I think, a while ago that I don't remember. And like apparently it's a tradition in some countries to like at the start of the day open one of Havez's books of poetry to a certain page or like a random page, and that's like your initiation for the day kind of thing.
What do you know any of his poems like by heart?
No. Oh well, the one I remembered. The one I've been like stuck on recently is the words you speak are the house you live in.
What's the thesis of that?
Well, like the things you say are like who you become. Like your words are quite powerful, and what you say is what you mean and what you become. And it's a bit like what you eat is who you are. What you eat is who you are?
Yeah.
I hope not. Or like whatever your mum used to say when you were younger.
Oh, you are what you eat.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm terrible with sayings.
Hey, you know, Hungry Jack's?
Yeah.
That's just Burger King,
It's just
isn't
Burger
it?
King,
Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was a different thing.
No. Burger King's like really different all over the world, I found.
So you were talking about poetry?
Yeah.
For a while. Here's the thing. You were talking about poetry for a while, and I paused for a second because I was like, oh shit, I don't know how to keep up this conversation. Better change the topic to fast food so that way I can really keep up.
American.
Before we go.
Yes.
What's your dream in life?
What's my dream in life? Starting a record label.
Starting a record label?
Yeah.
I like how varied your interests are. Persian carpets, music, Warhammer.
Oh yeah, I just grab on anything that seems mildly interesting and just dig deep into it.
What kind of music do you want to make for this record label?
Ooh, ska?
Ska.
Genuinely ska.
Okay.
and like emo, like Midwest emo.
Midwest emo.
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Okay.
have you ever heard Glass Beach?
No.
They do like an emo electronica jazz kind of fusion.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
As soon as you started talking about emo music, I was like in my head, like, how am I gonna bring this around to
Don't
fast food
waste
again?
your time on
Me, I'm already the voice inside my head. Are you emo a little bit?
Oh, back in high school, definitely.
Okay. You seem like you're doing well.
I'm
Is
doing
that, are you
alright.
doing well?
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
I'm like a bit destitute when it comes to money, but aside from that, I'm doing well.
You were telling how much is your rent per month here in Perth?
For me, the split is 4 ways of $500 a week. So,
$500 a week. What is that a month?
that'd
any
be
idea?
that'd be $2,000 all up a month.
$2,000 a month, split by 4.
Yeah.
So $500 a month times point two. What's 2/3 of $500? I'm converting it to United States currency.
Oh fuck.
That's like $300 something.
I hate the number.
That's pretty good.
I hate the number 3.
You hate the number 3?
I genuinely have a scourge against the number 3. If you you can't make a whole with a fraction of a third. It's 999 recurring.
Loves Warhammer, Persian carpets, emo music. Hates the number 3.
I like that you grappled onto emo music over ska. Usually people grapple onto ska over emo music.
All right, so don't look, but there's some police
Yeah, no, the
officers.
Rangers are here. Yeah, they're wondering why they're gonna ask you for like a
But
busking
they're
license.
letting me. They're not. They haven't yet
Oh,
kicked
no?
me out here yet. So
Yeah.
they're still staring at us. This might be the shortest episode of this I've ever done.
That would be unfortunate. I mean, you could always go to a park.
I might just go over there to the Cactus, or I might just post this and just be like, I talked
Yeah.
to one guy
Yeah.
in Perth. You're the perfect guy to talk to if I'm only going to talk to one guy.
If you, that'd be amazing. If I could just send that to people. Like,
Yeah, just you. It might be. We'll see at the end of this conversation. I'm almost like, let's just keep talking for another 40 minutes. That way, it's cool that they're. I'm not looking. I just glanced, but it's cool that they're letting us finish this conversation.
I've got a feeling they might be asking you for a busking license.
Which I have.
Oh, you do. Excellent. You're prepared.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Oh Christ. Shit. Dismantled child labor in Pakistan. Sorry, I just read about
No,
that.
I don't think you're going to get any
I was trying to think
dissent on that.
I was trying to think of an issue in the world, and that's the best I.
That's a solid issue to raise awareness to. Here's the problem is that the people watching this, I guess it's nice to spread awareness about issues, but I don't know what they're gonna be able to do about it.
I know there's a fellow that travels the world and does conventions where he actually talks about child labor in like specifically Pakistan. But I imagine there's some kind of like charity organizations, but you have to really research charity organizations before you send money, because I know in the past like some cancer organizations just kind of pocket money and just say like, we're doing stuff with it.
Loves Warhammer, emo music, Persian carpets. Hates the number 3 child labor in Pakistan.
I mean,
He's a catch.
child labor in general is not good, but Pakistan.
Sorry. Hates child labor in general.
I'm not like specific. Everywhere else, it's fine. Tell you what,
I'm clipping that.
occasionally I hire children. You know, their hands are really good for weaving.
Yes. Yes.
I'm starting a carpet.
See, that's something you save for the 3rd date. What's your name again?
Rowan, bro.
What is it?
Rowan.
Rowan?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you,
A
Rowan.
bit like the place.
Wait, are you late for your... Did you miss your train?
No, I'll still be good.
Okay, good. All right.
I like try and get there a bit early, but yeah.
Well, thanks for being potentially the only person I talked to.
That's all right.
Awesome. Take care, Rowan. Thank you, brother.
Do you have a permit from the city of Perth?
Oh, to film stuff?
You can film in public, that's absolutely
Walking
fine.
around, you can. Setting up like this is an obstruction.
Oh.
You need an obstruction permit or an activity approval permit.
Oh, okay. I'm not asking for like money or
No, no.
anything, right?
It's still obstruction. So
Oh,
if you don't have a permit, we will have to actually ask you to back up. If you walked around and talking to people, it's different.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm just a regular guy.
Like the setup.
Oh, thanks, man.
Just unfortunately.
I got you. We'll get out of here. Hello. I was kicked out of the place that I was before. It turns out impersonating a lizard is a very serious offense in Perth. But luckily, I was able to bribe the Australian police with a touch of my tail. That sounded weird. All right, I got kicked out of the other place, and now I'm in a new place. So let's talk to people in this new place. All right, so here's what would happen. I'm gonna give some Are you okay?
It's all good, yeah.
Can you hold the microphone up to your? There we go.
Yeah, and I won't shout in the microphone.
You can do whatever you want.
Squeal like a dead animal.
Well, I was
dying
gonna
animal.
say, all right, I was walking.
Yeah.
I was walking, and you.
Yeah.
I was walking with my
Yeah.
suitcase in my
Yeah.
Gecko suit
Yeah.
down the street,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
came up to me and you were like, "Where are you going? Who are you?"
I couldn't just let you walk past me. A friggin' gecko, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's a once in a lifetime. And then you're like, oh, I'm not a superhero. It's like, what are you? You intrigued me from that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know that I was some dude from the internet.
No. No idea.
And now we're just looking at each other. Now
Yes.
we're here.
Yes.
What's your name?
It's just been it's been a rabbit hole of interesting, intriguing experiences, and I feel like I'm on acid.
Do you do a lot of acid?
No, I don't do acid. I do meth though.
You still haven't answered what your name is.
Meth Jones.
Meth Jones. What's your life like?
It's a common name in Perth. Meth Jones.
You know what? I'm actually a little bit inclined to believe you.
Okay. My real name's
You can, if you don't want. Here's the thing: if you don't want to give me your real name, you can give me a fake name. But
Okay.
I mean, Meth Jones. You know what? You've lost the privilege of giving me your
Whatever.
real name. You're Meth
Whatever.
Jones now.
Whatever. I'm very happy to be doing this interview, and I love you.
How's life, Meth Jones?
Good.
What?
Sorry, that's not a good enough answer.
You don't have to. I don't want you to apologize.
What
for
type of
anything.
answers do you want me to give you?
I want you to be yourself.
Okay. Thank God. My psychologist doesn't give me this type of therapy.
Really?
Yes.
What? Tell me more about them.
I don't want to talk about the things I talk about too with myself.
Okay. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I can if you want.
If you want, I don't want to make you talk about anything you don't want to talk about.
I have a insecurity about how small my penis is.
Is that true?
Yes.
What? How? I mean, why are you insecure about it?
So I need to explain that.
You know,
Okay,
that's a
I'll
good
go
point. That's a
further.
good point. Okay, let me ask you. What's
My
your
penis is so small that when I go to have a shower, I have to do a I have to summon it, with my willpower, because if I don't summon it, it won't spawn. It's purely emotional because it has its own intellect and stuff, and it's insecure of itself basically. What the fuck am I talking about?
No.
I am on acid.
You
I am on acid.
No. You were onto something deep just now, and you abandoned it because
Okay,
you thought
so
what you're saying was
I am.
stupid.
I can't talk about this stuff with my psychologist. Okay.
Can I ask you a real question?
Lock.
Can I ask you?
I
a real-
almost exposed my name. I can't do that. My name. Sorry. I almost exposed
we
my
were
last
talking for a
name.
full 10 minutes before we sat down to actually record doing this.
Yes. Sorry.
Are you really insecure?
I
about your penis?
apologize. I am. Can you help me?
Yeah. What's your dating life like? Are you seeing anyone? Are you going out on dates? Are you on the apps?
Does this qualify as a date?
No.
Why?
Because there's no.
You said that this would be
Pre-text.
like a date.
I never
this
said
is how
that. I
this
never
is
said
how
that.
you
I
convinced
never
me to
said
do
that.
this because you said it would be like a date.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Did you hear me say? There's somebody else. I've been talking to him for 10 minutes, and then there's another young man that we were talking to. Did I say anything about this being a date? He's shaking his head no because you're lying.
You're not a very good date, buddy. Not gonna lie.
Where were you on your way to when you stopped me?
Psychologist, man. Told you this.
Okay. What were you? How long have you been seeing this psychologist for?
We've been on and off for about 2 years, but I've been seeing him in the last month.
Okay.
So I've been dating him for 2.5 years. I've been seeing-
What are you fucking?
I don't know. I've been dating my psychologist.
Is this where? When can I? When?
I'm just kidding. I haven't.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay. I'm not.
That's the joke. That's the one joke about all of this is that I'm dating my psychologist.
What's your fucking name?
Lachlan. That's my real
Lachlan.
name.
Lachlan.
Yes.
Do you live here in Perth?
Yes.
What's life like here?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. What would? How long have you lived here for?
My entire existence.
Would you ever live somewhere else, or is Perth the place for you?
You've changed my mind
Tell me
on
how.
Perth.
Tell me how. I've
Someone
changed
as
my mind.
cool as you coming here, I want to live here forever, and I want to be here forever. In this current situation right now.
You want
If you move me, if you end this interview, I'm going to kill myself.
Well, now what do I don't know what to do.
I'm just kidding.
You said
I'm
that, and then a
just
bunch.
kidding.
You
I'm
said,
joking.
dude. You
I'm
said that,
joking.
and then a bunch of people.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
It was
kidding.
not a bunch
It's
of
just
people.
this is the
but
only
standing
this is
by
the
were
only
like,
thing
"Oh
that's-
no, what's
this
he
is the
gonna
only
do
thing
now?"
That's happened in Perth. It's like COVID or something. I don't know. So-
I'm the only thing that's happened in Perth since COVID.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. Nothing else has been interesting. Even COVID was kind of boring.
What do you?
To me, at least.
Leland,
I can't
Lachlan?
speak for other people.
Lachlan? What do you
Lachlan.
do? Lachlan. What do you do with your life, Lachlan? Because life it's as boring or not boring as you decide to make it. So
I don't know. I don't know. People that live in Perth are they just conform to like default like milquetoast personality character. So I'm really stretching to try and make this interesting. But I'm actually the most boring, mundane, like horribly, inconveniently just basic in every way.
you're definitely
You're bringing the best out of me.
No, you're definitely, and we had a longer conversation before this than we are having right now.
Okay.
And you're definitely, I mean, I've only been here for 24 hours, but you're a character
Okay.
for sure. I mean, you didn't even know who I was from the internet, and you just
Okay.
stopped me, and you were like, "Where are you
Okay.
going?" And I was like, "I'm going
Okay.
to the town hall. That's
Okay.
not where we are
Well,
right now."
I don't. Yeah, like the
And you were
internet.
like, "Can I come?" And I was like, "Of course, yeah."
I don't use the internet for much else.
I want you to know something.
I forgot that
I want you to know. I want you to
forgot
know
that I was
something.
on a mic.
I want you
Sorry.
to know something.
Sorry, continue.
I would rather hear your authentic life
Okay.
than your jokes about internet porn,
Okay. Why'd you say that? Why porn?
because that's what
Damn
I
it,
knew.
he
I knew that's what
figured
you
it
were
out.
doing.
He figured it out, man.
Don't start fake crying.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
What do you do for work? Do you have a job?
I live.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get money from the
I
government?
live for a job. I live to work, not work to live. So I keep asking with philosophical freaking mumbo jumbo. I don't have a job right now.
Okay. What was your most recent job?
Pizza shop.
Oh yeah. Which pizza shop?
Posh pizza.
What kind of pizzas would you make?
I did make the pizzas.
What'd you do?
Because I have an anaphylactic allergy to certain nuts.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started going there, they started using that specific nut in pesto. And so 6 months, I had to leave after 6 months of being there because every night I would leave with like a giant freaking face rash.
Do you think
I hate my life.
Do you think they were doing that to try to get you to quit so that they wouldn't have to fire you because that would be more paperwork? For
No, they
them?
wanted me to work there still. He liked me. I liked them. There's no drama. Oh, do you think it was a conspiracy? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying I think it was.
They
I'm
intentionally made cashews in the pesto. Is that what you mean?
asking, what if you could do anything? What would you do?
Wait, are we completely changing subject?
No, I'm trying to build upon what you were already talking about.
If I could do anything, what would I do?
Yeah, and we're not changing the subject. The subject right now is in the realm of, career and life stuff, and this is another question within that subject. I think. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Dress up as a gecko.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You want to do this?
But
and
no,
I'll-
not talk to people. That I would be like a professional in like professional sector, and be like a gecko in like a professional way.
How does one do that?
I don't know, like just constantly wear a gecko suit and green makeup. Walk
You want
around.
to talk next? Okay. Perfect.
Am I boring? Is this
No,
what,
no,
is
no,
that
no.
what
You're
it
not.
is?
You're not boring. You're not boring.
Okay.
You're not boring.
What was I saying?
You were talking
Yeah,
about how
let's
you.
just scratch that. What? This is going. This is going much better than I thought it would. Actually,
How did you think it would go?
I thought I would just like do a giant fart, and then it would just like really embarrassing. I'll shit myself because of how nervous I'd be. But I haven't.
Are you
so-
nervous right now?
Heck yeah.
Why?
It's freaking talking gecko.
We are in the middle. We are in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. Nobody's ever gonna see this except, I mean, I'm gonna put it on the internet, so they will. But what? There's no any people of any. You're not being. Where nerves come from?
What if my psychologist sees this?
Then they'll have a lot to work with.
Fuck.
It'll be good information for them.
Fuck.
You're a fan of Marvel, right? When you first met me, you asked me, you looked at me in the eyes, and you earnestly.
Yeah.
This was back when you were earnest.
Yeah.
I experienced
Yeah.
a good 10 minutes of you being earnest before
Yeah.
you devolved into a character.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And you looked at me and you earnestly asked me if I was a superhero.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Captain Marvel.
Why Captain Marvel?
Because she's hot.
Not a bad reason to like a superhero.
And she's also really super powerful. Nah, scratch that. That's too generic. Not that female superheroes are generic. Fuck, I'm just getting myself into a friggin'...
That's why people like...
you know what? No. My favorite superhero
Yeah.
is... Spider-Man.
Why? Because he's hot?
Because he's relatable.
He is relatable.
He's relatable. He's your
What do you
friendly
have? What do you
neighborhood
feel like you have in
Spider-Man.
common with Spider-Man?
We're both really sexy.
Spider-Man used to work at a pizza shop. The first first Spider-Man.
What?
In Spider-Man, you guys seen the Spider-Man movies? In the first one, he works at a pizza shop, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I work at a pizza
And
shop.
you used to work at a pizza shop, so you're
I
a little bit like
do.
Spider-Man.
I am like Spider-Man.
You're like Spider-Man.
Wow. Cool.
This is going pretty good, I think.
I'm Spider-Man.
You're Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
And you can
I'm
leave
going
with
to start
that.
dressing up as Spider-Man. You've convinced me. You've convinced me. Everywhere I go.
We'll have a spider and a gecko.
But no one will know.
Now then we'll have a spider and a gecko.
Should I beat people up?
No,
not
I don't.
not
beat
like
them.
bad guys.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm a good judge of character.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Why?
No reason. Just wondering.
Okay.
Leland, right?
What?
Leland.
What's that?
That's your name.
Lachlan.
Lachlan.
You forgot that intentionally, man.
No, I didn't. I forget
Yes,
people's
you-
names all the time.
How could you? I
Lock-
trusted you.
Lachlan, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
We go. We're both leaving.
No, I'm staying, but you have
No,
you have
but-
to leave.
I was about to. I was going to propose to you.
Then you definitely have to leave.
Come on, man. Okay, seriously, do I have to say something?
Yeah, well, you don't have to, but if you want to.
I love this man.
Oh, thanks, Lachlan.
We're getting married.
All right, we're getting married.
Thank you. Peace out. I mean, not that one. Not this one. This one.
What did you flash at the camera just now?
I did that.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
That, like, if you do that, then that's like a bad thing.
Is that bad in Australia?
That's like a derogatory thing, yeah.
Only here, right?
Yeah, so if I keep doing it, it might be bad.
Okay.
So I should probably stop doing it.
Well, I mean, I don't give a shit. What does that mean? What's the? If you did this at somebody in America, they would think you were like
I don't know,
injured.
something to do with French people. The French. So, pretentious.
Thanks for talking to Gecko, Lachlan.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Goodbye. Where do I put this?
Oh, you want to come talk? Yeah. Have a seat. Hi, what's your name?
Bye. See ya.
My name's Rima.
Freema.
No, Rima.
Rima.
Yeah.
How's life, Rima?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's-
cool.
Yeah.
People in Perth, they seem really unsure of how to answer that question. I mean, I guess it's a hard question to answer in general.
Yeah.
The best friend person you ever meet in Perth.
You are.
I agree.
You are.
There's not going to be anyone who challenges it, okay? I'm number one, okay?
It's okay. Oh, you're number one. You're good. You're number one. I think he's jealous that I'm interviewing other people.
Yeah. I
Later,
get
man.
it.
Rima.
Yeah.
Do you live here in Perth?
Yeah, I live here in Freo.
What is life like here? How would you describe it to people who don't
Like,
know about it?
it's kind of boring. But no, it's like a safe place. It's a safe place to kind of grow up. But there's nothing really like too much to it, you know. Like Freo is actually probably more like the more interesting part. But yeah.
What do you do here? Do you have a job?
I am a university student, unfortunately, but I do have a job, unbelievably.
What's the job?
I work in a cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, I make paninis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the patron? Do you ever run into any? Do you guys have Karens here?
Yeah, we do have Karens. We definitely have Karens.
Is there an Australian word for Karen, or is it still Karen?
It's Karen.
Okay.
It's Karen.
What? Who's the last Karen you encountered?
Well, there was this like really shitty one the other day who was like complaining about the wait time, but I mean like it's what they ordered. It's what they ordered. You ordered something which took a long time, so I mean, yeah, kind of your fault, but like also kind of my fault for not getting it done fast enough. But
What's the best panini that you know how to make?
So probably like what's it called? A chicken avocado focaccia. Yeah, that one. Like honestly, I'm vegetarian, so I don't actually know if it's that good. But like, yeah, I feel like lots of people in Freo like are like vegetarian or have some kind of other like alternative food thing going on.
I don't know if this is on topic, but I guess it's a food thing. This morning, without tasting it first, I spread a whole bunch of Vegemite on a piece of toast, and I bit into it, and I almost threw up. It was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, like it's rough for someone who's not from here. Like that's a lot to take in. I
Is
bet.
that
like,
vegetarian?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
I only said that because they both
the
have the
Vegemite is
bread.
actually vegetarian, but yeah, I don't know. I guess there's the stereotype in Australia about people like eating Vegemite a lot, and the thing is, we do eat it, maybe like every second person, but you have to put butter with it. You have to put butter, or you have to put cheese with it, like, and you do not put like a shit ton. You just don't do that. Did you do that?
Yeah, I spread it all over there. It's horrible.
Okay.
What do you think about all day? Like just as you walk the streets?
So I like to romanticize stuff. Like, you know, that's a little bit delusional, but that's okay.
Tell me some of your delusions.
I don't know. I like to pretend I'm the main character a lot. And like I'm that girl who sits on the bus who like romanticizes life and like, I don't know, like a teenager again, like going through the waves of life and stuff. So yeah. Other delusions. I'm too delusional to like think of any right now, but yeah.
I mean, I just spoke with a man who thought he was Spider-Man. So
okay,
you
no,
can't. So the
I
bar is.
do not have that delusion. Not yet, but hey, like anything can happen. Yeah.
So you sit and like you romanticize. So like you're on the bus. Are you like drawing and writing in like a journal, talking about like?
No,
Are you,
it's
do
all
you,
like recorded in my head.
Do you?
It's like, yeah, it's
no,
like that movie, like that teenage movie where you like kind of like have all these pictures in your head and it's just like playing over and over again, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Do you ever stare at people on the bus?
Well, I actually feel like most people kind of stare like a little bit, or I mean, actually no, most people are actually on their phones these days, but yeah, a little bit.
Well, it makes it easier to stare at them because they're too busy with their phone that they won't notice that you're staring at them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of the best era ever to be like a train starer person.
Yeah. And how's your life? Are you doing well as a real gecko?
Well, I'm doing all right. I'm in. I've been in Australia for less than 24 hours. I just got here.
Okay. So what's the impression so far?
It reminds me a lot of America, to be completely honest.
Okay. We don't like that.
What? Oh, yeah. What's the Australian perception of America to the point where you don't like
if you're
that?
like asking the wrong person, because I'm half American. Like my dad's side is American, so like I feel like I have too much of a I don't know, different view maybe. I guess the stereotype from like an Australian perspective is that I guess Americans, like I'm not saying it's true, but there's kind of more like a stereotype that they're a little bit stupid.
Yeah.
Big emphasis on capitalism. I don't know, like not really that well educated. Look, I think it depends from what kind of place you're from in America, and I think that that's honestly kind of a terrible stereotype in a way, because of course you're always going to get people from different places who are more intelligent than others, and I guess, I don't know, there's just like a build-up of a stereotype then, which may not be true for all people, but...
Now, which places in America do you think the stupidest people come from?
Look, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm not that well educated myself on America. I think more like maybe the Midwest kind of areas.
Really?
I'm not sure. Like, obviously, I think more California's maybe a better place, or maybe like New York, but hey, like, I don't know that much, so,
That's fair. You want to know how stupid I am?
How stupid?
I got here. Everywhere I go, if I see someone doing something, I'll in my head, I'll think that it's like a custom of the place. So like I was here and I saw this girl like take a can of Red Bull and pour it into a little bottle of chocolate milk. And I was like, oh, that's like a thing they do here.
Yeah, no, no, that's a little bit unique. I guess that maybe that's person's thing, you know. I don't know.
What's your dream in life? What do you hope to do?
My dream in life, I don't really have many dreams at the moment. I don't know. I feel like all my dreams have kind of been crushed lately. But
why do you feel like your dreams have been crushed?
I don't know, just maybe hanging around kind of maybe the wrong people, and then like losing kind of my ambitions and stuff.
Oh man.
But it's okay. I'm on a new track now. Like, I'm embracing more like positive energy, and just like being around healthy relationships.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but in what way do you feel like you were hanging around the wrong people and losing your ambitions? I don't know, people who maybe didn't necessarily see eye to eye with me, and I don't know, people who maybe saw the world a lot smaller, and I don't know, that's just not me. Like, I'm the delusional little freak. Like, I need my romantic kind of moments on the bus, you know, and to like kind of have some kind of dream or ambition to kind of keep me going. But for some people, I don't know, the world's kind of getting more pessimistic, and it is.
Yeah, so people are just more realistic as well, like, and being like, hey, how can you, like, are you actually going to be able to do that? Like, let's be realistic, you know. But I don't know, I think it's good to have kind of both kind of perspectives.
What's your greatest delusional fantasy? Like, if you could remove all laws of reality and achieve your greatest hedonistic or otherwise desire,
like, honestly,
what would that be?
Everyone kind of wants to be a rock star, and I haven't let that go yet. I want to be a Taylor Swift type. Like, I want to be on that stage wearing that cute little leotard. Like, I want to sell like shows out like that. I don't know, that's some cult shit. Like,
do you sing or do you make music of some kind?
No. I used to,
it's an important step in doing all that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to do something more poetic, so something more perhaps with writing, and more creativity in that sense. Like, the actual songwriting really appeals to me, and not necessarily like I said, I want to be the rock star, but I'd just rather have my own work and be able to say that's my shit. But yeah, being the rock star with the cute little leotard, I think that's pretty awesome too.
What would you write music about?
Society, my own personal experiences, I guess what I want, what I observe. Yeah.
You said you used to do music.
Yeah.
How come you quit?
Studying music is very expensive. Yeah, I'm not sure about everywhere in the world, but I did the piano lessons, I did clarinet lessons, I did vocal lessons, I did drum lessons, I did guitar. Like I kind of wanted to do it all, you know. So, and I did, but I don't know. It got to a point where, one, the stress got to me, and also two, my parents were like, this is a lot of money, and I don't know, I guess like because it was so stressful, I just needed the time away from it. Like I feel like I could still go back to it if I wanted to, but I don't know, like I want to do different shit at the same time now.
What do you said you're a university student?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Yeah. I study economics, German, and I'm studying psychology.
Oh, economics, German, and psychology?
Yeah, it's an unusual mix.
That is an unusual mix.
Yeah, don't know what kind of job I'm going to get out of it, but we'll see.
You could do therapy for German bankers.
Yeah, possibly.
They probably have a lot of shit going on that you could talk them through.
Yeah, they would have like a lot of shit going on. I feel like the Germans really like to internalize a lot, compartmentalize stuff. So it'd be a little bit more difficult to maybe like help them out in a way.
Was that what you want to do with psychology? Is you want to like do like therapy and stuff?
Look, I'm not sure at the moment. I actually had more an idea to go into maybe more marketing or HR kind of space. Probably not HR anymore. Like I don't want to be firing people. Like I don't know if I have it in me. But I actually think psychology is really interesting. So I think I'm honestly just doing it because I'm interested in it. And we'll see if that's enough to keep it going.
From what you learned in psychology, what is wrong with me?
Well, I haven't started psychology yet,
okay.
But I think you have a lot going on. I think, maybe you have some like ADHD tendencies. I'm not sure.
What makes you think I have ADHD tendencies?
Because you're in the middle of Fremantle dressed up as a gecko, and you're randomly talking to people. And you know what? Like, I think it's great. I think it's great.
Man. Like, what makes you feel like that's an ADHD thing?
Like
it's a lot of stimulus.
Yeah. A lot of stimulus. A lot of things kind of like going on, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a therapist yet. I'm not one to diagnose. But I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from you. I'm just vibe checking at the moment. Am I wrong? Am I right? Like.
What would you say? All right. Before we go, look, you're not the only one out there who's delusional. You know.
Okay.
And is trying to live their life following the good graces of their delusions. What would you say? What would you say to the other delusional people out there on how to best? What advice would you have for them?
I guess just kind of keep it going, because like a lot of people kind of thrive on their delusions in a way, and like their dreams, their ambitions, and also those kind of moments on the bus when you are romanticizing something, and you know there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, like keep like check of reality, but never lose that kind of side of yourself in a way.
I like that.
I'm glad you like it. Should I give the microphone to someone else now?
Oh, I'm trying. Is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Not really. I don't know what this Gecko is doing in Fremantle, Western Australia, but yeah, I don't know. Have a great
What's
time
your
here.
name again?
My name's Rima.
Nice to meet you, Rima.
Nice to meet
you.
you.
Enjoy all future bus rides of fantasizing about being the main character. That actually sounds
Thank
nice.
you.
You've inspired me. I'm going to do that on my bus ride back to Los Angeles. It's going to be a long one because it's underwater. So.
All right.
Bye, dude. Oh, goodness. What's your name, man?
Diego.
Diego, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What are you doing here in Perth?
Studying.
Cool. Do you live here?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Currently zoology.
Zoology.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of gecko am I? It's a test.
Green lizard gecko.
You passed.
Thank you.
Here's your degree. Just kidding. I don't have that kind of
didn't pass?
authority. Although I don't know. How hard? I was gonna say I don't have that kind of authority, but how hard is it to be authorized to give out zoology degrees in Perth? I feel like it's easy, right?
I would say it's easy because it feels like everyone just gives them out.
Yeah.
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 It's not too much of a a degree-based thing. It's like if you read books about animals, you won't know about animals. You gotta like go and like touch them and just like.
Have you ever seen? When I was a child, there were advertisements all over TV for this thing called Zoo Books.
Zoo.
Do you know what Zoo Books
Nah.
is? Maybe it was an American thing, but there's things called Zoo Books, and you would send a check for like $20 in the mail, and then every week they would send you a book about a different animal.
Oh, that's hype.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. So maybe I don't know. Maybe you can probably learn everything you need to know for your zoology career from the Zoo Books.
Maybe.
Oh, of course. It's Lachlan again.
I just wanted to thank you.
Oh, of course. Wait, crap. What was I saying to you?
Sorry.
No, you never apologize for anything.
Zoo books.
Zoo Books. What are you planning to do with your degree in zoology?
An excuse to go to places.
An excuse to go to places.
Yeah.
What places?
Africa, Antarctica, the Amazon.
Oh, shit. That sounds cool, man. Maybe I'll do being a gecko in Antarctica one day. Are there people chilling down there?
Yeah, couple of scientists.
Okay.
They're bored as fuck.
Why, how long have you lived in Perth for? Were you born here?
No, 2 years. Moved
2 years.
from Panama.
From Panama?
Yeah.
Why Perth?
Low standards. Low standards.
Ah, get fucked, Perth. Low standards.
Yeah.
Why is that, why low standards?
I couldn't get into Bristol.
Okay.
I felt that I couldn't get into Queensland University. Tasmania looked too boring. And the only middle ground was Perth.
So you are here because, you were literally here because it was your last option.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a bummer.
Sorry, Perth. I'm sorry.
What, are you having fun here? It's a cool city. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I've only been here for 5 minutes, but
I like the crackheads.
yeah.
Have you seen crackheads around?
I've seen a few. The politically correct term is people who like to smoke crack.
People who like to smoke crack.
Yeah. You've seen a lot of
Yes.
people who like to smoke
People
crack.
who like to smoke crack believe I also like to smoke crack and ask me if I have crack to smoke with them.
But here's the thing. By the way, I get people who like to smoke crack. Have you ever smoked crack?
I haven't smoked crack. I've been offered cracked.
Yeah.
I've heard it's very beneficial for your mental health, but not
What,
interested.
crack?
Yeah, crack.
Okay, they really are teaching some stuff at the University of Perth. Where did you learn that crack was beneficial for your mental health?
From a crack enjoyer, he was telling me he had less depression, less anxiety, just overall better life as a crack enjoyer.
Mm-hmm. Did he kind of sell you on it a little bit?
Almost.
Yeah?
Almost,
You were
yeah.
thinking about
I
it?
was thinking about it.
It's like if you went to your therapist and you were like, hey, the SSRIs, they're not working. Do you have any crack?
I've heard they're doing like something with like where you take meth.
You heard they're doing something where you take meth.
Yes. Where there's a therapy where you take meth to relax.
Meth therapy.
Meth therapy.
Well, kind of makes sense, right? Because there's MDMA therapy, there's mushroom therapy and all that stuff.
Meth therapy.
Meth therapy.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Would you do that?
I haven't been pushed to that point, so no, not so far. But I am one to, in a safe, controlled environment, I wouldn't say no.
Okay. I kind of think that, like I said, I get the people on the streets who are doing meth because look, I'm a curious guy. I like new life experiences. I like doing stuff.
Yeah.
I could totally see myself getting addicted to crack or meth. I am no different from those guys. I could totally be doing that.
I feel there's a difference because like I feel to like start doing hard drugs, you need to be in a low point in life,
Sure.
and so like I feel someone could do like a hard drug, meth, crack, something like that, and still get out of it if the normal life is like better. It's like I could be doing crack, or I could be going around chilling, eating ice cream.
You feel like going around chilling, eating ice cream is your crack.
Yes.
That's really
better,
nice.
better than crack. Yeah.
It's better than crack?
Yeah.
Say that again?
Eating ice cream better than crack. There's this great ice cream place around here. Amazing ice cream.
Better than crack?
Yeah. I haven't tested crack, but
Hey, I got one.
no.
Crack flavored ice cream.
I don't reckon it will taste good.
You don't think it would taste
No.
good?
Because crack is just baked cocaine.
For a guy who's never smoked crack, you seem to know a lot about crack.
I've been curious enough about it to like research,
Mm.
you know?
Here's the thing, though. So in your research,
Yeah, my research.
did you find out anything about that would be kind of made you want to do it?
Shrooms. But I feel like that's like a introductory psychedelic.
In Panama, how's crack? Is there crack going on over
Oh,
there?
so much crack.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Like more than here?
much more.
Okay.
And cocaine and all. Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever do any cocaine or crack
No.
in Panama?
Haven't been offered a lot.
Okay.
You know, it's like you're like with your friends chilling. They're like, want some cocaine? I'm like, no. I think it's getting late, and then you leave.
Okay, so you know when to leave. You leave the party right before it starts.
Yeah.
Getting good.
Just before before the good party begins, I'm like, I gotta go eat ice cream.
Are you a party person?
No.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I don't know. I do have free time, and then I go to my room. I do something, like I go to my bed. I lay in bed. I get up. It's gone.
You go to your bed, you lay in bed, and it's gone?
It's gone.
What's gone?
The time.
Are you happy? Do you like life?
Yeah.
What would make it better?
Oh, will make life better. Less law.
Less laws.
Less laws.
Like what law do you want to get rid of?
Trespassing.
Where do you want to trespass that this laws are preventing
I don't
you
want to
from?
trespass. I want to walk.
Like into other people's
Yeah, like-
homes?
Like, oh, the factory. Why can't I be here?
You want to be able to go into a factory.
Yeah.
What kind of factory?
Ice cream factory.
Any factory?
Yeah, any factory.
You want to go into a candy factory?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I heard there's a guy he's going to let 5 people into his candy factory, but they have to each find a golden ticket.
Damn. Fuck.
You really want to? Do you really want to? Where else do you want to trespass?
Museums.
You can just go in for free.
Yeah, but like, cause like, I feel at night there's a better vibe to it. You know, it's
That's
like
not true. You ever
walk-
seen? That's not true. You ever seen the movie The Night at the Museum?
Yeah.
It's fucked up in there.
Great vibes.
It's not good vibes.
Great vibes.
It's not good vibes at all. I don't think. Look at Diego. You said your name was?
Yeah.
Diego, you seem like a nice guy.
Yeah.
You really do.
Thank you.
But I don't think you'd last 5 seconds at the Night at the Museum.
I would thrive.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
No, you wouldn't. You would get killed
no,
immediately.
No. Right? Because here's the thing. Everybody with hostile, charged opinions. No one is open-minded. I'm open-minded. Oh my gosh, I'm a Roman emperor and I'm gonna decapitate some kids. Are you gonna help me or no? I won't help you, but I won't oppose you. Why? Because he has an army.
I don't know if surviving in the night at the museum is about being open-minded. I think it's about because here's the thing. The guy who wants to behead kids, what's the Roman emperor who wants to behead kids?
I believe so, yeah. Someone wants to behave.
It's one of those guys. Here's the thing. He's not going to ask you whether or not you oppose. You're just in his way between him and... He just wants to behead. He didn't even care for their kids.
Sure, but like, Pacific.
So he'll behead you immediately. He
I
won't
can
care that you're
portray
open-minded to your
myself
own beheading.
as a person, as a equal, or like as a background character. Am I just here to see what's gonna happen, or am I here to play a role in his life?
Also, it's not just guys. There's lions and elephants running around,
I do zoology.
and they cannot be reasoned with at all.
But I do zoology. I can speak to lions and elephants.
That's a good point. I didn't realize that. Okay, maybe you would survive at the night at the museum.
Thank you.
What's your name again? Diego?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Yes. We need a Bible too.
Oh, like a sequel to the Bible?
Yeah.
I think you're the guy to write it.
Thank you.
And in it, you can prophesize for a new society, perhaps one to be built right here, perhaps one to be built right here in Western Australia, where crack and trespassing are fully legal.
Yes.
You already got one 12-year-old on board.
15.
15?
3
All
more
right.
years and it's like, okay.
All right, start this in 3 years when
Okay.
they're voting age. What's your name again?
Diego. Thank you.
Thank you for talking to a gecko. This has been Being a Gecko in Perth, Australia. I have learned a lot about crack, being delusional on the bus, Spider-Man, and crap, that first guy that I talked to was cool, but I got kicked out of there like 5 hours ago, so I completely forgot everything we talked about. But it was good talking to people. Come to Perth. Is it worth coming to Perth? Should these people come to Perth?
No. I mean, yes.
Bye, guys.